What would yo, that
Take
song
it from the top.
Won't you?
My fault. I didn't even do that on purpose.
Oh, we can't. It's been a while. We can't get right.
Whoa, chill. You mean no chill? Very silly.
They said start.
Oh man. I mean, we do it. You know they say. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, man.
Won't you? We back.
Won't you?
Doesn't it seem like anytime Kendrick Lamar drop an album, like, or just start doing stuff, we all just so happen to be in the same area and available?
I think
Bigger just happened to be in the country.
It's not a coincidence.
It's really
I
not.
would
I
just
can't
like to say maybe Colin's getting paid
I wish. Payola?
to cover for somebody.
If anybody has any payola offers, I'm solid. Yeah, I mean,
Fake
my
news.
IG story got more views
Fake
than the
news.
YouTube. But don't worry, man. Them 54 views will really do it for your career. I promise you, man.
Hello.
Holla at us, man. We got a couple of them.
It's not about quantity. It's about quality. And his views are quality. Trust me.
Yeah, no.
Real talk.
Didn't you know? Didn't you
The
know?
right people
Can you
watching
cut the
that.
flash? Thank you. Well, how we doing? How's everybody been? Whoa, chill, man. We are here. We've recorded a couple of episodes, but you know, it just might not have been right. Don't worry, guys. We still working through. But yeah, man, it's nice to see you all, man.
I know. It's been like
We bite.
forever.
Hell yeah.
We
I
bite.
don't think everybody's
Gotta
been
get
like
comfortable.
everybody.
No, it's been a minute.
Everybody. Celis is here. Like everybody. It's been a while. It's been months.
I gotta get the drops out, man.
Like before
Yeah.
summer.
Drop a bomb for the
I
podcast.
gotta get the drops out.
Balsamic vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar?
Bing bong. That was good. That was pretty good. That sounded almost like
He's actually very good.
like
at this.
Elmo.
Balsamic vinegar?
You do decent impressions, Kai.
I've been doing them things since I was young.
I was just trying to do Trump and nobody noticed.
Oh, you did?
I said fake news. And
If
y'all
y'all-
I
didn't
didn't
say
even hear you.
nothing.
I didn't even hear you.
Say nothing.
I did
Listen.
not hear you.
I love Kendrick.
I listened to Not Like Us 60 times
On the
after I
next-
won the office.
On the night that I beat Kamala, I listened to Not Like Us 47 times because I'm 47 and I'm the best.
And if you go to the West Coast, all throughout LA, all throughout the city, all they're playing Not Like Us.
And it's a
Everybody.
great thing. It's very
You
beautiful.
should really come
It's
to
when
our
everyone
rallies.
comes together.
They're awesome.
I shook hands with some Bloods. I shook hands with some Chips.
I kiss some
Over
babies.
there, all they want to do is party
No
with
Epstein.
Beyonce.
All right. I'm gonna come clean because I was on the road when that man said that thing about Haitians in Ohio. On behalf of all of my Haitian folks, I just want to let y'all know that I immediately called my cousin who lives in Ohio and asked them what they doing over there.
Hey, they said something about the dogs. You doing what?
The roasted cats. Is
Nah,
crazy.
nah.
What y'all got going on over there?
You know what they said? They said at that particular moment in the debate, he was getting cooked so bad, he just started saying anything.
He was saying anything that whole debate, though. I'm not
That
gonna lie
man
to you.
said
He
barbecue
ain't have to
cats
be
and
cooked to do
pickles.
that.
It's crazy.
She just made a good point. I'm going to make sure the news only talks about the dogs.
But in all actuality, I just want to say for all of my fellow Haitians, we are extremely bougie, hyper clean people, especially when it comes to our food. So I just want to point that out. And griot is pork, not cat.
Yeah. Don't be afraid, guys.
Whatever
It's
it
delicious.
is, it be
Fantastic.
slapping.
It's fantastic. 4 or 5, how we doing back there? We doing good over there? Dad life, how's that going?
It's going wonderful, man. It's going wonderful. About as
Wonderful.
good as it can go. Charlie saying dad all the time now. It's beautiful. Her mom mad
I
as
was gonna say, how does her mom feel about that?
she don't like it.
Do you hear it in your
Selling
dreams?
out on a person that birthed you is crazy.
Quill?
Dad.
How we living over here?
Said, no, I'm playing.
You sound like
I
a
love
plane
it. It's
landing.
Lovely. It's lovely. I can't complain at all, real talk.
Dad life as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Quill like, man, let me take another sip.
I can't complain at all. I can't complain at all.
Apparently, this is the longest you've been in the country in some time.
Don't start by doing me.
What happened? The bricks ain't coming in over there?
I'm crying.
Nah, the Haitians shooting at the planes.
Oh, it's crazy because that.
Because you're so witty.
Hey, yo.
I love the Haitians.
It was 3 hours for me.
I had to find it.
He about to cook me.
I'm not.
Nah.
I'm just gonna move on. Moriel, how we doing?
Life's good. I'm drinking 44 Irving.
Gotta step up to the mic.
I'm drinking. Life's good. I'm drinking 44 Irving.
Shout out to 44 Irving for supplying our drinks for tonight. Let's get a round of applause for 44 Irving.
The goats.
I don't got no brandy on my cup.
Just so you know, whenever the samples are playing, we can't hear none of us.
Yeah, barely.
Well, I wasn't done my answer.
They're just
anyway.
loud, that's all. So,
All right, cool.
We get into how
Just
I'm
turn it
feeling.
down then.
Let her finish. Huh?
Colin, I'm doing awesome. I just got back from Cali. I'm about to go on break from work. Shit's cool.
You know you can pull the mic closer to you.
I can pull the mic closer. I'm gonna pull it a little closer.
yeah.
I
Got the extendo arms.
Jeez. Okay, yeah. I be leaning back.
Extendo Cedo, cuz.
Yeah, so you
I know.
Moriel was at Camp Flognaw. I guess I can't pull it back too much further.
For the first
You were at
time.
Camp Flognaw.
For the first time.
How was it?
Camp Eggnog.
It's Flognaw with a G.
Copy.
Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. It was the 10th anniversary. So that was
They've been
like,
doing that for 10 years?
it was so wild.
Or
They
old.
had one thing about the festival, like I've been like, you know, I'm a music nerd on the low, and like I used to love going to like Made in America and all these other different festivals, but this was by far the most thoughtful festival I've ever engaged with. Like I felt like Tyler wanted me to be there. The shuttles were there. He rented every bus in the city. He had all the charter buses, all the school buses. Any bus that was in LA was there to pick us up.
Wow.
That was crazy. Sorry. That ish was crazy.
She called
Anyway.
herself.
It's there, though.
She called herself.
Anyway, if you need to go to the bathroom, 10 minutes tops. If you wanted food, you go up to the front, get a number. They call you when it's ready. 15, 20. Every sound.
Is
like
10 minutes good for the bathroom? I'm sorry. I just.
Yes, sir.
5, 10 minutes for at a
certain
festival.
festivals, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've waited.
Because she
an
said
hour
10
for
minutes
the
tops. I was like,
bathroom.
oh.
I've waited an hour for food at a festival.
What festival? Well, yeah, for food, but for
Like-
the bathroom is insane.
I might be embellishing with the
is
bathroom.
this one of them
in
festivals?
an hour, hey, Z, in an hour, we going to be in VIP.
Is this one of them
We done
festivals?
made our way.
But see, that's the thing.
All sellers, you was with us. Where was we at?
Yo. And honestly,
I love when
I
these
think
people
if
here that, like, corroborate the crazy
I'm able to go to Camp Flognaw next year, I gotta do VIP. Period. It's done. Like, I think it's worth the money.
Because if the service was that good, like as a GA,
Everything was
Could you imagine?
impeccable. Like I had some of the best tacos. The burrito tacos I had were fire, dog. Like
We had
everything
the-
was so cool, and it was at Dodger Stadium.
Hey! Sorry.
Can you lock the door, Cop? But yeah, nah, everything was awesome. Everything was so picturesque. You could send yourself postcards that were free on on the activation. You could just pick a postcard by a Los Angeles artist, and they had blurbs about the artist. You could play golf there. The merch line was short. I got
Golf Wang.
Flognaw.
Flognaw.
Yeah.
I better be able
and
to
it
play
was like
golf.
a carnival, right?
It was a carnival. You could have got a ticket to do the rides, but you would have had to plan to be there early and plan your day. It had an interactive app with a map.
Wow.
That worked. Was there? Did they
It
paid for
worked.
cell?
It
They
worked.
paid for them to get the cell service extender for that many people to be in.
I had service most of the festival.
Nice.
you know how these things go. Like, sometimes you don't always feel like they're thinking of the event goer. They're like, oh, you should just be lucky to be here because you're going to see like 30 people. But it's like, no, like, it was very enjoyable every day. Like,
Wow.
there's something new to do that you didn't do yesterday. They have 3 distinct stages, all with like, not different vibes, but like you found yourself going across the entire festival. Like, you explored every part by design because he made you go to
Capture your
each.
attention.
He put a lot of thought into that.
Yeah, and the main stage was in the middle. That's
Yo,
where
whoever-
Doechii was at.
whoever
Doechii
was
was
in
my
charge
first
did-
performance
Killed
that I saw.
it. She killed it.
So before you move forward, this is what I want to get into because you just got that was great, by the way.
Thanks.
Given like an actual, given a map out of an actual, I guess like you said, a festival where they care about the concert goers and they make it exciting. Everything is conveniently placed.
You engaged with the landscape in a way that was
Very rare.
pleasing.
You know? So now, performance-wise, my number one question: what time did you show up?
Okay, so we were backed up a little bit. We were in Cali, so you know I pre-gamed. Shout out to the dispensaries over there. It was cool. Everything was reasonably
should've-
priced.
never mind.
You know, it was great. Anyway, we pre-gamed and we left
Should've
the house
sent a
around
little order
1.
in.
We took the train. We had to take the train because the Ubers weren't picking nobody up. Because, like, the Ubers in LA are bougie. They pick and choose what event venues they want to go to. And I feel like that's similar for different cities. Like, some people don't drop nobody off at the Prudential Center.
Yeah.
They don't even want to be stuck in traffic, like, you know, downtown Newark type shit. But, yeah. Since we couldn't catch an Uber, we had to catch the shuttle. But the shuttle was so convenient, we did it both days. So I got there at 1. I was scared about the line, but then it was moving. Because they literally, like, as soon as a bus got filled up, there were 6 behind it. Like, it was insane. Like, I've never seen...
Take notes, made in America.
Nah, I really never seen anything move so
Not
efficiently.
Made in America, Roots-
It was
Roots
almost like
Pigment.
they've been doing it for 10 years. Like, it was
Wow.
awesome. And then they had, like, you know, working in media, I was engaging with one of the activations that they had. They had, like, all the newspaper clippings that they've achieved over 10 years from, like, different music publications, different local publications talking about the draw that the event had attracted. They had Lil Wayne perform their first year. And honestly, I think my only commentary from this year, like, everyone's been talking about the West Coast, obviously, but because we were in Cali, Camp Flognaw was, like, dripping with Cali talent. Like, I was gassed to see Schoolboy Q. That was awesome.
I watched his performance on YouTube, and that's one of the best, if
It
not
was
the
so
best.
cool.
Schoolboy Q. Sell us, everybody. Sell us.
Yeah, it was so cool.
But yeah, that is one of the best performances from Schoolboy Q I've ever seen. One of the best performances I've seen, period. But he was
had
fantastic.
a tough act to follow that night. Yeah.
Girl, Schoolboy looks great. Great.
Not yet.
Real healthy, shining, glowing, all the good stuff.
Love that
Then,
for him.
you know, Tyler is from Cali. Oh my gosh, I've been an Odd Future fan since literally high school. One of my friends, like, one of my graduation gifts was like his Bastard album.
Mm. So, Marielle, top 3 performances of the night.
Top 3 was Tyler, because that's who I came for, and he really be getting into character. He's out his mind and is awesome.
He's crazy.
But I love it. That's
In a
a
funny way,
Pisces
though.
king.
Yeah,
That's
for
a
sure.
Pisces king.
For sure.
So Tyler, then I would say the Marias. The Marias is like a rock band. You know, I love Urban Outfitters and all that, like, stuff that would be on the Woodies. So I love an alternative band, and her mic was on. That woman, I would put her in the same category as, like, Haley Williams. Like, a beautiful voice. Like,
Wow.
a beautiful voice that just transcends, you know, like, not genders, but genres and all this stuff. Like, beautiful talent.
Yeah, if you didn't see by Zamani's voice or by Zamani's face,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
big statement there.
No, we were on our way to see Earl's Sweatshirt, and like we had to cross the parking lot to get over to his stage, and we were stopped dead in in our tracks when the Marias were on. They were so amazing. Like that's the beautiful thing about a festival. If you're not familiar with like a band or an artist, like you see them in like the best possible way, and you really see their talent like really showcased in a cool way. All the stage production, like the pyrotechnics, everything was it was lit. It was so cool.
While you're figuring that out, I got you.
Did I say the third one? I said Tyler, the Marias.
Oh, you missed one.
It keeps changing. It's K.Dot.
K.Dot goes crazy.
Nuts.
I haven't watched his performance yet.
He went nuts.
You back 4-5?
I
I've
am. I am.
I've been a fan of K.Dot for a long time. I love the Boiler Room Girl. She actually liked one of my posts like 4 months ago, but it was awesome. Literally, K.Dot, usually when you see him, he's like dancing to music, but like he's really into his set. He was full out dancing at this set. Like he was sweating, he was kicking out, he was going nuts. I never seen him in this form. Then he did his Cuff It remix, his K.Dot Cuff It remix. I said, damn, I don't want Beyonce to get you now. Because I don't, but it was a treat. That's what I'll say. But I tried to post it. I couldn't post it.
Yeah, I thought you said that they were blocking.
I couldn't post it, so that was a special moment.
They be ruining. Y'all be man. Social media and freaking labels. Y'all done ruined people's time. All right. Y'all know why we here.
Y'all know why we here. Listen.
Sadly.
They came for the boy. At pause. I ain't even about to say what I was about to say because I'll just say Drake might be the boy, but Kendrick's the man.
Ooh.
We passed 10 minutes now, so
we're here.
let's not just that doesn't mean drop F-bombs repeatedly or double up on F-bombs when somebody says it 4 or 5.
I'll just sprinkle it lightly like a lady, not too much.
Listen, man.
F-bombs!
We're here because Kendrick.
Mustard!
Kendrick Lamar decided to go ahead and use his bus pass to hop back on the NJ Champion to Drake's
Not no bus pass.
Whoa.
Not no bus pass.
That was crazy.
Ride it out to the end of the year.
No, stop. Reel it back. That was wild.
The album's called GNX. That is a menace to society.
That man is starting.
I'm gonna get used to using this
tire
soundboard
me
again.
at this point.
It's a different soundboard.
Because, yeah.
All right. Kendrick Lamar dropped an album entitled GNX. He dropped it randomly in the middle of the afternoon on a Friday rather than at midnight like most people do when they drop their albums on Friday.
Demon.
They do that because of Beyonce.
And if we actually go to the description of the album, it does mention Beyonce's album. And it actually says
It's 2:30, Kendrick.
Title album, she dropped it.
People are on the way home from work, Kendrick.
2013?
Who is listening to this at 2:30, Kendrick?
Lamar ties up his biggest year yet with a bow with his 6th album GNX, the most legitimately surprising surprise drop. The most legitimately surprising surprise drop. Who wrote that? Since Beyonce in 2013.
Fire the writer.
Yep, I was there. Auntie was there.
I was too.
Ditto.
Ain't that that's the album with Rocket on it, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was there.
And Flawless remix.
I gotta get used to using this soundboard. It's completely different from.
That was a crazy album.
Oh, Beyonce self-titled?
Yeah.
But
No.
unfortunately,
The one
we're
with
not
Rocket
here
on
to
it.
talk about
Yeah,
Beyonce.
Yeah, that was
her
Beyonce
self-titled-
self-
her self-titled album. She
Okay.
just surprise dropped that. She just did
That
it in the
album
middle
was
of the night.
really good. That
Yep.
might be one of
And
my
then
favorite
she's-
albums from
everyone
her.
was like, did Beyonce just
But the
drop?
thing is, this isn't the first time that Kendrick's done this because he did this one Unmastered Untitled, which ironically is the last time I immediately just bought a Kendrick album without even listening to it.
I forgot
Just-
all about
But that was a stunt.
Don't
That was
tell
a
a
Unmastered
lie
on-
on me.
But this is. Let's get
won't.
into it. Your initial reaction. Let's go, Moria. Moria, you just gave us a thing. Biga, let's go to you.
God damn, this nigga on Drake dick again? That was my initial reaction.
That's
I ain't gonna
3.
lie.
No way.
I got you.
Quill?
Nah, I'm not gonna
That was a
lie.
quick reaction.
I do kind of agree with it's getting a little played out still, but at the same time, if I gotta rate it, I'm giving it a solid 8.59 out of 10. Fantastic album, great songs. I do not like the fact that it feels like it's stringing on. It feels like a continuation of the beef. It feels like a bunch of songs that he didn't get to drop during the beef. The whole 10, he said he got 10, 15 more, whatever amount. I forgot the exact number. He said he had more in the cut.
Thank you.
It feel like he just took all of those and said, you know what, I'm going to release them anyway.
So unoriginal.
But
So
I
unoriginal.
love
And
the
the,
music.
and the words of the
I
late
love
great
the music.
Takeoff. Cap.
So unoriginal.
It's my
so
turn.
unoriginal.
Let me say something.
4 or 5.
I'm honestly not even going to rebuttal that just yet. I'm gonna just say first reactions. It was solid. First listen through was a little anticlimactic because I wasn't really paying attention to like everything, but it had a smooth vibe. It transitioned nicely, and there wasn't one song that made me go, ugh.
Facts.
So
Back
it
to the
was good. I'll give it a solid. Yeah, I'll stick with 8.5.
Back to
Moria.
the first reaction. Sorry, Maury. Back to the first reaction. Though,
You got,
I
bro.
forgot
You got.
Yeah, my bad. Back to the first reaction, though.
Beautiful. There's Will.
We will get you a mic stand. I promise.
You good. Back to the first reaction. Production carried, bro. Like, real talk. Production carried the album to me, bro. I love Kendrick Lamar for the things he say, not for what the beats make me feel. And the beats made me feel everything. Like, everything great about it came from the beats, and obviously his flow. He's Kung Fu Kenny. But,
Everything great.
bro.
Stop. Just hold on. Moria.
We gonna get there.
Moria, what was your reaction? Initial reaction?
9.5.
I'm on your ass as soon as we get through with these reactions. on your ass.
9.5. Maybe a 10. I didn't even skip. I was gagged on every. And you said, oh, it felt like it dragged on. It was 45 minutes. Please.
No, I didn't feel like it dragged on.
Please.
I know what he's talking about with the drag. I don't agree with it, but I know what he's getting
My
at.
first
Not-
impression,
you said that.
honestly, I have a rebuttal
This
for
mic
y'all
does
'cause
not
I like
like
to
you,
argue.
Mario.
Y'all still my friend.
There we go.
I'm like
Anyway,
bipolar.
y'all said that this felt like he was still getting at Drake and he just continued his arsenal. His first song, he said, fuck everybody. He said, fuck everybody the first song.
Yeah, but
he didn't say just fuck Drake. He said it's plural. He said fuck everybody.
But that's in reference to the beef with
The first
Drake,
song, my
Maury.
favorite
But
song. Right?
that's
It's
fuck
not- it's-
everybody.
no, it's-
Kendrick
it
goes for
goes so much
everybody
deeper.
every
Yeah.
time he's rapping.
Yo, there's a
Do you
lot
not
more
remember
cold
Control?
diss
He
bars
went
in that
for
first song than
everybody.
people realize. Like.
If we talking about content in the album, like let's talk about how Kendrick writes his albums in general. He's not a very like surface level. He's gonna talk about the same stuff all the time. If you listen to his catalog, start with Section 8, go to Good Kid, Mad City. He talks about what's going on around him, and right now the most pertinent thing-
Commercially, if you listen to Kendrick Lamar, what you're saying is cap because he has a ton of mixtapes where they are not cohesive. It's just him rapping about absolutely nothing,
That's
just
what I'm
rapping
talking-
about why he's better than people.
That's why I'm talking about albums.
Because honestly,
But those some of those are considered. Well, I mean they're EPs, which is gonna kind of lead into my reaction. Which my reaction initially was number one. I don't want to hear this on a Friday. It was raining. It was dreary outside. It was cold as hell. The first thing I heard was doom. Dun-dum, dun-dum. I was like, yeah,
Man,
bro. I'm right now,
not
bro,
today.
on a Friday, bro. Like, I need something uplifting or something. Or I need to see something that's gonna make women shake their ass. Like, I'm not trying to
Woke up
listen
looking
to
for
this
the
right now.
Rocky.
But
You didn't give it
Saturday
enough
morning,
time.
I woke up.
Looking for the broccoli.
Yeah, babysitting.
High key. I looked for my broccoli. I then rolled said broccoli. And I just sat in the middle of my apartment and listened to the album. Probably had some sports highlights on, but I really wasn't paying attention. I was just listening to the album. My God, a masterclass from production to content to features to placements. It was just, I mean, the samples that they picked were just ridiculous, bro. Like, well known and easy to recognize, but not often used samples, man. To hear SZA and Kendrick over Luther,
Twice.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Gloria is slowly starting to become my favorite song on the album. Z says that's her favorite song on the album.
It's
And
beautiful.
SZA, we on your head top too. You ain't low.
Oh, you could comment on that because she's like, our ages beat that bitch.
Yeah, yeah. Shiesty.
Listen. Not in the same context, but you could associate her with both sides. That's all I'm saying.
No, you can't. No, you absolutely can. But
And she's having a ball.
She is having a ball, but contractually, ain't nothing else I could do. I will say this: Kendrick Lamar has seemed to kind of like, I'm not gonna do too much with too many TDE artists, but I'm just not leaving SZA alone.
Why would you?
Him and SZA got good
It makes
chemistry.
sense.
They have 5
This nigga said
songs
black
together.
hippie, but Solana, you cover with me.
Hello?
What?
Hello?
Why not?
They have 5 songs together now.
They're your group mates.
I didn't really get the feeling that he said black hippie though.
I'm not saying literally.
Did you listen to
quote.
the Hard
I'm
Part
saying
6?
that there were no black. Clearly, he didn't say black hippie, but there were no black hippie features. But he had 2 SZA features on the album, which brought me to a crazy question: is this actually the album? Because the last time that he just randomly dropped something was Untitled Unmastered. Granted, that was in the middle of the night. That was before people really did midnight releases. So that might have been like one of the first midnight releases if I really like want to think about it. He did it, Future did it, all in the same year.
If you're talking about Untitled, that was for Kendrick's real fans. Like, real fans know songs of
Didn't
Untitled.
LeBron make him drop that? Like I heard somewhere that like him and LeBron were having a conversation.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm just gonna say no. Damn.
You
what did I
gotta
just
fact
do?
check that one. You gotta
We on
fact check
LeBron
that
head
one.
top too.
Not supposedly, but LeBron's a captain.
When we get out of this season, I want everybody to keep the same energy.
Pause.
Honestly,
To say the production.
I'll tell Drake what to do again.
Like I
I'll
mean,
tell him what to do again.
I've seen from a lot. I've seen from a few sources that say this feels like a appetizer. Now me being a Kendrick Lamar fan, I'm gonna try to remain objective here.
Giving hummus and pita chips.
I definitely feel like there's.
Girl,
I definitely
we
feel
not
like there's
gonna
more
do
to
it.
come. I
I
definitely
love hummus and pita chips, so I'm
just saying I definitely feel like there's more to come.
put a plate
And
of hummus
sometimes,
and pita chips in front of me.
but sometimes
Ooh,
the
I mean,
appetizer can be the best part of the menu. But with all that being said, whether it's the appetizer for something bigger or not, I think this album was done very well. And I made the mistake of saying the beats were simple before, but I guess the better term would be minimalistic. Because as somebody who works with music, you can do a lot with a little. And again, not to say that, like, I'm not saying that some of the piano melodies on the songs might not be, very beautiful and melodic. I'm not saying that, like, the sample uses or the sample selection or even how the tracks were not mixed. I'm not saying that there was any lack of effort on any part of these songs, but what I'm saying is if you listen to some, like how busy some of the beats are and how you can do so much with so little, is that when you have a lot less going on in the beat, not only does it leave room for Kendrick's strength, which is his voice and his bars, to breathe and be the centerpiece, the focal point, but when certain instruments or certain things enter the space, it allows them to be impacted that much more. The best example I can give to like before we get into specific songs on the album is like, you know, a song that everybody knows, "Crew," for example, by Goldlink and Brent Faiyaz. There's a lot like that is not a very overly busy, overly complex beat, but everything in that beat does exactly what it needs to do, and there's not an extra step more. And it allows Brent to come in, but again, sick ass mouth and a sick ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it allows him to his voice and his vocals to drive the song.
I feel the opposite way. I feel like a lot of these beats are maybe not complex compositions, but complexly arranged. There's a lot going on.
That's the point.
In a lot of these beats, and I don't think that's minimalistic when you have 6, 7 different layers added to a beat. Just like the intro song. Imagine how that's gonna sound when he performs that, and he has an orchestra around him.
Mm-hmm.
That's complex.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't see that. I don't see any of this being minimalistic. You have obviously you have a couple of heavy West Coast beats that are going to rely heavily on bass and you know, like the piano, the synth piano with the little mod slide and stuff like that. But even that's jazzy.
Mm-hmm.
It's funk, it's jazz.
He's a jazzy nigga.
And as an East Coaster, I can't call that minimalistic because that's their bag, and I don't know. I mean, you make beats, I don't. But I don't see this as a minimalistic thing. I also do want to point out it's hilarious that you're like, yo, it's very minimalistic, da-da-da. But Quill's like, yo, the production was so like grandiose and it carried and da-da-da-da. Like,
but that's what I was trying to drive home.
It's about perspective.
That was the point that I was trying to.
Though.
That's what.
Nah,
but
they
that's
saying
the point that I was
They
trying to
saying
drive
two
home in the
different
group
things.
chat.
You know, I was saying, if you don't like the Kendrick album, just say you can't dance. Just say that.
But like,
just say you ain't got no rhythm.
yeah, and it's a good album, and
Girl,
and you
I
can
dance. I was squabbling up, and I still have the same stance.
But here's the thing, it's like
But you wow, and
you
you
can
know that.
you can say that a project is minimalistic and the production is very amazing in the same breath, because in music, this is one of the things that I struggled with when I first started working with music. Is like, how much is too much? How do you know when something's done? How do you know when something's missing?
That's
Finding that perfect balance was achieved on this album. There was not one extra thing that was unnecessary, and there was not one thing that I felt was missing from any of these tracks. They had it in a modern world where beats are not made with instruments anymore. Most of them are made on computers and laptops. It is very easy to overproduce, and this album was not overproduced. It was mixed down perfectly, and everything that was in there had a purpose, and it did it to its fullest effect.
But I like what you said. You said it could potentially be an appetizer, right? And given the year that Kendrick has had, let's recap as Kendrick fans. Like That dropped March 22nd. Euphoria
Come over here
dropped
closer.
Gotta
April
stay on the mic,
30th.
Mario.
16 in LA, MTG, and NLU, May 3rd through 5th. The pop out was on Juneteenth, on June 19th.
Of course.
The NLU video, Not Like Us, because I didn't get it at first, was on July 4th. Then Watch the Party Die was on September 11th. Harper Bazaar, that's a magazine for anyone that's not media literate. That was in October.
Where SZA interviewed him. That was a really dope article.
Oh, that was the rollout has been insane. Leading up to the Super Bowl. This is hip hop history. I don't give a fuck what side you are on.
He is absolutely slaughtering every aspect of just being an artist right now.
Pulitzer Prize winner.
And
this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
you want to know one of the best points?
Hold on,
My
hold
bad.
on.
Go ahead, Quill.
I was actually going to piggyback off of the point that you made earlier about. But I was actually going to piggyback off of the points you made earlier about it being more of an appetizer and you're waiting for the main course kind of thing. And this is from a pure like fan hopes kind of standpoint kind of thing. I'm hoping that all this Drake and Kendrick shit is done because it been dead to me. Like Kendrick been one. I feel like he's beating a dead body right now.
It's not about Drake anymore.
No, yeah.
Drake
it's
fans
only about
are
Kendrick,
fighting
facts.
for their lives
listen.
right now. Like,
No,
stop
I'm not-
jumping me.
Listen.
Everything's an attack.
I'm actually going from a cold point of view here. Like I'm going from a Port Antonio versus Whacked Out Morals versus like the main course being, are they about to, actually about to do this now? Like that's what really where I'm really coming from. Excuse me, where I want to see these two now. Like now that all this Drake stuff is dead, I want to see Cole come back. Hey, tomorrow, next week with the, all right, now, since you said forget apologies and all this other stuff, let's really do this. Like, you feel me?
Cole ain't about that.
Somebody,
I didn't say he wasn't capable.
Hang on one
He's not
second.
about that.
In the intro, and I'm sorry, what's the daggone, what's the first song on
Whacked Out
GNX?
Mirrors.
Kendrick is
Whacked
rapping
Out
like a
Mirrors.
boxer.
Whacked Out
and y'all are
Mirrors.
sick.
There's a part where it goes blank.
Yeah.
Somebody
Oh,
said
J.
I
Cole
made
apologize.
the
Yeah.
nigga Cole I made the nigga Cole beg for forgiveness.
Mm.
And if y'all look at, we're not gonna play it right now because we're recording this for YouTube, but one day, maybe next week or something like that, we'll get in and do an actual line by line. We'll see who got time, and do an actual lyric breakdown of these songs. But yeah, y'all go listen to that song and see. Just put that line in there where Kendrick goes blank. The line was, I made the nigga Cole beg for forgiveness.
It flowed in the real, but when I bumped the song, it didn't really flow to me. Like the bar, how I know Kendrick's rhyme schemes, it didn't really flow. So I can't tell you what.
He clearly had a mission.
Clearly,
with the same
he would,
album.
if he said it though, he could have said something like that, but Kendrick would have had a much more clever rhyme scheme.
I'm glad
than
you
that.
said that though, because like I was saying earlier, I feel like there was a lot more bars than people really realize in Whacked Out Mirrors. That was direct shots at Cole and his
Yes.
Yeah,
debate.
not
Yes.
just not
Like,
just
it was
not
for
just Cole,
everybody.
not just
No,
Cole,
I know everybody,
Future.
but I'm talking about specifically. Like in that song,
Yeah.
alone, like there was about 5, 6, 7 bars that was just at.
He
Boy.
took shots at anybody. He took shots at Snoop. Like
He took shots at anybody.
he
who
took
lit.
shots at a lot of people on this album. But we'll get into
the
that later.
Snoop and
This
the
nigga
Wayne, I
got
felt
beef
like-
with his granny. No, I'm just kidding.
He said he would if she disagreed
I'm
with
just
him.
kidding. I'm just
Okay, she would if, or he would, or whatever. I don't know.
But I'm gonna tell you some good stuff, Drake fans, and I'm a Drake fan too. I always reiterate, Drake was on my MySpace. Brand New was on my MySpace. Walk with Auntie, okay?
That touches
Walk
somebody's
around.
soul.
If the Kendrick and Drake beef was still in play, not like us would be on the project, would it not? If he wanted to just make money and all this stuff that he's talking about, it would be on the project. It's not on the project.
That would be
He-
extremely unnecessary.
But he doesn't need it. Like
What?
if someone was like crying for
But not like
attention,
us to be there.
That-
like it's not even on there. And he
That's
has
just bad
reiterated.
No, it's no. That's hip hop marketing. You take your song that blew up, and you make that your lead
Y'all
single.
Kendrick fans.
Why do you
I know
think
he-
Cardi had
doesn't
Bodak?
need
Cardi
it.
had
Being biased.
Bodak Yellow on her album. Bodak Yellow. You did not just crawl
Kendrick
under the
doesn't
table.
need it.
Cardi had Bodak Yellow on her album, and Bodak Yellow had been out for 2 years.
Kendrick spared you.
I can't hear you
He
because
spared
Cardi
y'all.
B is not Kendrick Lamar.
He spared
That's
y'all.
Or
not the
y'all being
point.
biased.
But no,
point- the
I'm
point
not
is-
biased. I like
you
both
know
of
Time
them.
out, time out,
I
wait.
would be SZA.
Mario, give me a second, please. I'm sick of y'all doing this.
What?
Y'all can't keep moving this goalpost. 1 second something is relevant to the Drake argument, or 1 second it's relevant, and 1 second it's not. Is he begging for attention or not? He did not put "Not Like Us" on this album.
I never.
So hold on 1
once-
second. You found a post, right, that is projected to have his. Can you give us his first week sale projections?
to be specific, GNX, as of right now, is projected to sell 291,000 first week and debut at number 1.
Okay. What did his last 2 albums sell?
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers sold 295,500 equivalent album units in the first week.
Okay.
And technically, the album after that was the Black Panther album, but the album before that was Damn.
What did
And-
Damn do in the first week?
Damn did
3?
353,000 copies.
Damn is his highest selling album. So
Damn had
Grammy-
5
If-
top
Grammy
20
Award
singles.
winning.
if the conversation is Kendrick needs Drake to sell records
Conversation from who? That's the point I was just
from
about to make.
from numerous Drake
I was
fans,
about to say that your group
from
of me and with
numerous
people that
Drake
I'm not
fans,
included
is
in.
that Kendrick needs needs Drake to sell records. Why would he not put Not Like Us on this? Or is he loading up for another drop? Because Black Friday is coming at the end of this week.
But here's the thing.
Back to the whole. You could pause real quick, 4-5. I'm sorry.
Hold on, shut. No, nobody say something. God damn it.
Tunde.
I'm glad you said that Black Friday shit. And again, this could be pure fan standpoint, pure speculation. But this Black Friday would be a perfect opportunity for, like I just said, Cole to take the opportunity. Hey, we both did Black Friday together. You know, back when we was all friends, we was boys.
Is that a pack of smoked turkey?
Now there's this kind of beef, whatever, this air about us. This would be the perfect opportunity to escalate the situation.
He's not going to. That's not what it's about. He's leading up to his Super Bowl.
I'm not talking about Kendrick. I'm talking about J. Cole.
Keep your mic up.
But she ain't trying to hear.
But I mean, before we go too far off the topic, the fact there's 2 songs in question that lead other people to speculate that this might be the appetizer album, quote unquote, right? One, the fact that Not Like Us is on it, because not even in hip hop, but it's pretty much universal in all genres now that you put out singles to build up to the album, and then people listen to the album with the singles because they already like the singles. Like The Weeknd did it with the Blinding Lights, and
he usually does that with the Heart too, right?
Right,
correct.
And was
this the first time he ever put the Heart on the album?
That's what I'm getting at next.
It was on OD, right?
And
yeah.
That's
what. But I thought OD was originally a mixtape.
It's an EP, but it's a 15 track EP.
Okay.
So it's considered an album.
It's an LP.
Okay.
EP versus LP depends on the length of the project. Yeah. So technically, OD is an LP, but they called it an EP.
That's another one. That's another one of the main reasons why people think this might be an appetizer, because aside from the Heart Part 1, the Heart,
which led to Section 80, by the way.
Yeah. So, if you're a Kendrick listener, the Heart series, Kendrick has always dropped the Heart before his last few albums. There was a Heart Part 4, a Heart Part 5, and then boom, there was an album came out, and somebody was like, "Yo, this is the first time that the Heart has been on an album."
It might not be an album.
Well, I mean, again,
aside, it might not be.
I honestly
this might
don't
not
think
be
it's
the
an album.
But then, as soon as
because the Heart's always
that was
been
one
a
of the
single.
first things I thought was this. Number one, this doesn't sound like a Kendrick album, so we can go back to
it
the.
Sounds like a Drake album.
That is.
It sounds like an LA
Period.
music.
Whoa!
Period.
Whoa, chill!
What did he say?
Period. Like
What did he
album.
say? Oh my God, Quill, they're gonna kill you, bro.
Nah.
For those who didn't
This is
hear,
just not the Kung Fu Kenny I know,
what
man.
What did Dr. Umar say? 100 lashes.
Not 100 lashes.
dog. But that's all I was saying. Like this might not be it, because the Heart Part 6 is on the record. It's always been a single, aside from the first one. It's always been a single before an album. So people are thinking like, why is that there? Man, listen.
So wait, what do you mean? This sounds like a Drake album? Was that a
That's a
troll?
good
Are you
segue.
serious?
No, I'm not.
It's a
I'm
good
so
segue.
dead ass.
Said
I'm so
what
serious.
we said.
Hold on.
And
Stop.
I kept
Beaker.
saying that I felt like y'all was diving too deep on what I was saying. I mentioned on the surface of one of
You
if
can't-
not
you
the
can't
biggest
say that.
Drake, listen,
Let him land,
if
let him
one
land.
of, if not the biggest Drake critique in his quote unquote fall off, right, from people who actually listen to Drake from beginning to end, is the fact that Drake could always rap way better than the mainstream music he produced for us.
Yeah.
Drake, all of his albums, although I loved them up until a point, up until Scorpion, I stopped. But that's besides the point.
That's not beside
Listen,
the point. We're bringing that
listen.
back up.
Drake and lyrically,
enjoyed Scorpion.
lyrically, Drake didn't give me too much. Like, he always just made good music. He made songs that sound good. That's his job, right? That's his
My
job.
laptop
Granted,
about to die.
Kendrick Lamar has never ever done that. In all of the music that I have heard and the way I appreciated it, it always has been
Be humble.
lyricism and artistry over
Sit down.
everything. Like I said originally with
Be
my
humble.
production carried point, is that
Sit down.
that's what Drake did in those same albums that I'm speaking of, Views, More Life, all these other things. There were bangers there.
Can I
But-
introduce?
Interject.
Can I just introduce? Oh, go ahead, Mario.
You're talking about a Gemini with two sides. We're talking about duality.
You know, Mario love that word duality. Let me drop a bomb for Mario and duality before my laptop.
Bing bong.
We can't. The same Pulitzer Prize winner, the same Grammy Award winner, the same person that speaks about the culture. He can't also have a evil hyphy album. He can't be both at the
I'm
same
not
time.
saying he can't.
You just literally said that you haven't taken Drake seriously since Scorpion. And I told you, you hold Drake to a different standard than you do Kendrick and Cole. But you want to talk, like, we're talking about the GOATs and a beef. And I think as much as I like Drake, as much as I will continue to listen to him, he needs to go back to his roots. He needs to make songs with Leaky Lee again. No cap.
Spot us right now, girl. Where are you going?
Well, that's Party Next Day. That's Party Next Door.
That's Drake. It's on Views though.
Right. But this is not a Views
He needs to go back to his roots, which is finding new dope artists and stealing their music.
He needs to go back.
I.e. The Weeknd on Take Care. I.e. Party Next Door on Views.
But you see, that's why there's no there's
some of his
no
most classic albums.
comparison between GNX and Views, because Kendrick is in his hood putting on LA artists.
That's one thing that I could really respect about the album.
And he said, this is not about double entendres. This is about...
introduce... Go ahead. Sorry. No. Go ahead. Because I feel like you're about to get into some bag.
He said, this isn't about double entendres. I'm just talking my shit. He can't just do something simple. He got to make it complex and conscious every time.
Hold on, Quill. I'm next, nigga.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Let me just throw this one out here. West Coast Wu-Tang is one of my favorite Kendrick Lamar songs. I really encourage all of you all to listen to that song. That song is probably over 10 years old at this point. The nigga that y'all think Kendrick Lamar is, Schoolboy Q, Absol, J-Rock have all come out and said, he's not this nigga that y'all think he is.
Oh, no.
He is a menace. He's
Society.
not this super nice human being that y'all swear he is. He's an asshole at heart. But everybody keeps putting the art as, oh, this is who the nigga is. Why don't y'all ever just listen to the people who are closest and then listen to their music where they have no creative guards around them? There are just certain songs, Murder You Rappers, another fantastic just example of who Kendrick really is. Cut You Off, another song, example of who Kendrick
every
is.
time you come around,
Kendrick really is a dickhead ass nigga, bro. Like, I want to up. They say when they're in the studio together, he's the first person to start cracking jokes on somebody and telling them that they're trash in the studio. And if you go into the studio with them, you better have thick skin. They're not about to be nice. Everything is a competition.
Can I say something though?
Kendrick raps like a boxer.
Go ahead. You've been awfully quiet.
I feel like y'all are missing a point that I feel like at least I'm trying to make, and I think Quill is trying to make. Nobody's questioning if the body of work was a good body of work. We never thought Kendrick was gonna drop anything that was whack. I think the direction that he took with it was unnecessary. The direction that he took was very unnecessary. It felt very, let me ride this wave a little longer when you didn't need to do that.
How many years
He's riding the California wave.
How many years has this man been shooting subs at me, and I've been sitting here talking about my auntie is a man now? Like, damn, I'm over it. I am an artist, and I want to express
you know how you got a sore loser? He's a sore winner.
He's not.
That's not being a sore winner, because he's
being
not
a
only
winner.
talking about Drake. He's shooting at the entire industry. However, Drake fans are hyper focused and think everything pertains to them. As soon as I heard him say the word bitch on Whacked Out Mirrors, as soon as I heard that, I said, "Uh-oh, Nicki."
Listen,
and then right after that, who did he mention? Wayne. But that bitch was for Nicki.
and
That was 100% for Nicki.
and not for nothing.
This nigga
Listen
wants problems at all times, bro. This man once said, I stare at the four walls and rap like I'm mad at God. I'm nice enough to throw a spear at Nas. He said that over 10 years ago.
He's a demon.
And
He's been wanting to do this for the longest, but
Right.
you know why he can do it now? You don't see TDE underneath that, do you now, do you? You see Interscope and what? PG Lang.
Yep.
And this
It's
is his
him
first project
and Keem.
under
He don't
his
got Tana
record
Leone
label.
no more. Tana's gone. So he has essentially one artist underneath him.
And just in terms of like just content, like
I'm getting my shit
I
off.
feel like, please. And the reason why I feel like people keep on bringing this back to Drake is because Not Like Us was such a big song and did garner so much attention. But if you ask me, maybe I missed some stuff because I don't know the words to every song by heart at this point. But from what I heard, the intro where he addressed most of the stuff, and then the rest of it is a Kendrick album.
No.
Exactly.
He mentioned that this whole Drake situation on about 4 or 5 different songs. Let's not act like it was just
He
one.
calls everyone bitch niggas.
I
He said-
understand that. Y'all skipping over the point I
Yeah.
just made, though.
Yeah, I'm missing
I
the
understand that. Y'all making it seem like it was just one time. And I'm not even, again, I was never riding the whole this is all about Drake
I don't
wave.
see the 3 or 4 songs. I give you 2 max, but
Well,
3 or 4
we're going to do a
is-
lyric breakdown at another date, like
However,
you said.
I-
and we'll
now,
get
if
to
you want to throw certain aspects of, he structured this album in a way as
don't know
a
if it's
giant,
Hey
as a
Now.
giant.
There's
Hold on,
another
hang on
song.
one second.
Oh.
He structured the album in one way as a giant fu to Drake and everything that Drake tried to say about him. Everything you said I can't, I just did right here on this album. What did
Including making an
I didn't
album that
take-
sounds like
I
you.
didn't take.
It doesn't.
You can't. So my thing.
I didn't.
Hold on,
I
hold
reached
on.
with the sound like you. I just said it to piss
I
you
was
off.
about- yeah, but you say
had to
because
piss
you'll
you
say
off.
that and not get no example, bro. Like
Nah,
if you
yeah,
say
I just
that,
had
bro,
to piss you
like you know what I'm saying, put a name on that bullet, bro.
Yeah.
But damn, see, I done lost. You done threw. You know what I'm saying? I'm throw it off. Goddamn.
But that's all
I
I'm
remember
saying.
what I'm saying.
I don't feel like it was. Again, you could argue that it's riding the Drake wave because Not Like Us had so much momentum coming out of the summer. But again, if you look at commercially, what Kendrick Lamar puts out as far as like actual albums go, not mixtapes.
I'm so confused. So commercial success is tied to Drake.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. Hear me out.
Thank you. Yeah, walk me through this.
That's what I'm saying. The point that I was trying to make before is like if you listen to his albums, they talk about what's going. Like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is a prime
That
example.
44 Irva be have you ready to drink?
I just-
What is that
You know
do?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What did you put in my cup?
But what I'm trying to get at is
slide the cups off to the side and let them slide back or something. but-
Just say it.
this.
Oh, to
Yeah,
the left,
that's
to the
what I was
left, to the
thinking.
left.
Word.
Hurry up
The
and say
sub-
what you gotta say.
I'm
before
trying
I
to.
forget.
Let's close. Let's finish this up, and then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll be back on more
Word.
GNX, and we'll take a drink break.
Kendrick, the conscious rapper, the one who commercially puts out these albums, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is the best example I can give recently. They talk about stuff that's going on in his life and things that like he has been checked on several of his fronts. And obviously, he's going to address that. You might say he addressed it during the beef or whatever. But again, in terms of like how he rolls out his albums, it's like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, he was like, I was away for this long because I was dealing with all these, and he laid out his trauma on that album. Now it's just like, all right, you want to say I'm not this, and this, or I'm not this, I'm not West Coast. There you go.
I just thought about something real quick too.
Go ahead.
I don't want to jump the gun, so I'm gonna just stop it at the end of that. But like, we were saying that, or I was saying I didn't think that it was an album because Not Like Us isn't on it. But based on how everything is playing out right now, there's a possibility that he probably wasn't allowed to put it on there.
That's a good
Well,
segue.
But I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, no, I wouldn't look at it like that. I wouldn't look at it like
stop.
that.
Hold on, Mario. Don't go into that. We'll go into that when we come back.
Yeah, it's a good segue.
I'm gonna close out with this. Damn, I lost it again.
I'm gonna say what I was gonna say then, because I remember still.
Okay, go ahead.
This is not. Y'all are taking things too personal as Drake fans. Not even y'all, the audience too. I'm a Drake fan too. This is a rap battle. Kendrick is rapping like a boxer. Boxers never stop taking shots at their opponents. They don't care who it is. They're taking shots at the opponents they haven't even had yet. That is how Kendrick raps. He's rapping at everyone. Period. But more than anything, y'all talk about Kendrick being a conscious rapper, all those great things. He is. He is making his playlist for the Super Bowl. He don't care about none of this. He's paying homage to California in the ways that he knows best.
That's exactly what GNX is, though. Like that was a perfect statement.
That
Yeah.
is
because this
what
is
it
I'm
is
doing-
for. He's
I'm
not
doing-
doing this for nobody. He's not posting in nobody else's hood. He posted in his shit. He not posted with nobody that he don't work with. He's posted with all the people that love him, revere him in his city. He's
Yeah.
putting on multiple people. This is not for anyone but LA. And I'm not even from there, and I wish I was.
He's about to post so much fans
Please.
to LA for sure.
Please.
All right. It's still recording. We're still good. All right. So we'll be back with some more GNX. We'll take a quick break, and there'll be some more. We'll chill, bitch.
I almost mustard, but I had to.